What is up, everybody? Yes. All right. Oh my God. It's been a long time, y'all. Yes, indeed. There I am, looking at myself go live. Yeah, I don't even know how to do it. But there I am. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let's go to FinViz, man. FinViz. Let's start there. Let's keep this chart up while I talk a little bit. What's up, everybody? See if oh yeah, let me set this up. It's been so long that I forgot how to use the service. All right, continue without disabling. Get rid of that. And I don't even know if, man, if kind of left my subscribers hanging, left everybody hanging. I don't even know if you're gonna come in. I know Mr. JRH will probably come check me out. Some of the faithfuls, the guys that I was talking to before I actually just went ghost on you, man. So let's talk about. I want to talk about the markets, but I guess I owe you to talk about me a little bit. Haven't actually been trading really. Slight tuning up the portfolio. If you remember my last video, I think I just said I'm going in a few stocks. I went like really small. I went like Amazon, Tesla. I can't even remember the few, but we're gonna go over what I was. I just went with my strongest positions, MicroStrategy, kind of getting killed. All right, for the most part, if you in those kind of stocks, it just hasn't been working. Nothing's really been working, and so it made me start to think a little bit that maybe I should go ahead and get into some of the other stuff that I like to. So I got a little bit more diversified, but still got huge positions in my faves. Tesla's made a lot of money for me. Ford has made a lot of money for me. Amazon's lost a lot of money for me, but I'm still confident in it. And I'm in some other stuffs as well. Coca-Cola, right? I think I picked some of that up. Got rid of my Starbucks position. I had that for so long, but it just wasn't doing nothing. I don't even know if I made any money on it, but that's what I've been doing. So I'll let you ask me questions. I'll let you ask me questions, right? And then we'll go along and just kind of talk about the market a little bit. I got Mary in here. Hi, Mary. You said, look at you live. Hell yeah, I got the camera set up. I was like, let me plug this in. I didn't even know how, because remember, I wasn't using the camera for a while because I forgot how to, it just wasn't working. So I plugged it in. I kind of started all over again and it works. I'm like, okay, let's go with it. I don't have my big camera. I used to have the big Nikon D600 up there. Now I'm back to the little webcam, but I think it's doing a good job. Dre, everything's good. Mr. JRH, so you're in here. Yeah, I've been following you, checking out your trades. I don't follow your sports picks too much. It's not really my thing, but I've been checking out your trade videos and don't comment all the time, but that's just me with every YouTuber. I just be like, oh, gotta go. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've been checking out. And I'm glad you're finally trading some of the stocks I like. Like, I'm glad you're kind of away from those meme stocks, man. I think I really like the fact that you're trading like the real, like the Teslas, and even though those options are expensive, you're gonna make a lot of money if you're right. You're also gonna lose a lot of money if you're wrong, especially with that Tesla. But I like some of the stocks that you're trading, so I think that's kind of cool. It says I got 4 people up in here. I got 2. I'm talking to 2. Where's the other 2? What's up, y'all? Say something. Anyway, the market, man. Can I bring up here, let me change this screen here. Give me a little bit to figure it out. I forgot how to work this shit. No, we don't want that. We're going to go over that portfolio in a minute. Damn, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Let's go to there. Voila. You like that? I like that. See, I tell you I was playing around with it. Oh, man. We're gonna play with we can go to let's look at these charts. It's got lines in it and shit. So FinViz still my fave. Looking at the SPY, even though there's been a lot of pain, especially if you're using the tech stocks, if you look at the monthly, you don't even see the pain. What pain, right? It just looks the same. So the SPY has actually been holding up. It's been pretty good. In my 401k or TSP, I've been in strong, heavy in the IWM because I just expecting that to pop. I don't know, man. I just feel that the IWM kind of reminds me of Amazon, right? So you got the consolidation, but you can see how it's just starting to roll over. So it's actually getting me a little worried, right? So then I kind of decided to, yeah, let me go ahead and just get half SPY, half IWM, because I still like the IWM to, because I think when the economy finally rolls back, but there's so much economic stuff to talk about that's out of my field. I don't talk that stuff, but I mean, inflation is crazy. Rates need to be risen, but you can't, but it's like, is it too late? You know what I mean? Is it raising the rates? It just seems like that whole hyperinflation situation that gosh, I can't think of his name, was talking about is starting to happen, and I don't know. I just don't know if the market, it could tolerate higher rates, but the Fed raising rates, but how I mean, inflation's out of control, man. That's what I just think if it keeps going out of control, man, they can't continue to raise rates. It's just something's gonna give. Anyway, that's how I kind of feel about that. All right, so let's go to the let's check out looking at this. By the way, I don't have my comments up. I don't even know how to bring that up anymore. There we go. Damn, y'all been talking. Where's my glasses? Not around here. On the floor. Okay, here we go. JRH, you said doing everything good. JRH trading heavy. Yeah, man, you are. You making some nice wins. You said, hey, Mary, okay, can y'all see me? Yeah, I see you, Jewelry Box, my babes. You said I need you and Dre to do some kind of collab. I've been watching your videos too. At Mr. Oh, okay, Mary's checking out JRH. Where, you know what? Yeah, I gotta get Deborah on here, man. I like doing videos with her. She was just here too. Hey Deborah, see you, girl. Hey Jewelry Boss. Look, it's like everybody's kind of like a little reunion going on in the comments. Yeah, I actually been going. Something is gonna. Yeah, man. I just think something is gonna give. Okay, so here we are. Let's look at that. I got the IWM up and I got the weekly up. See, I got these trends. I still, even though you saw that teardrop in the in that FinViz chart, it's still in the range. I can't even draw. I don't even know how to draw anymore. Hold on a minute. Let's get rid of this. Okay, there it is, right? There's that little consolidation area. So we're still in there. I'm looking at the weeklies right now. So I'm not too much concerned yet. We're at the bottom of the range. It's actually a good buying opportunity to kind of maybe get in here if you think that higher prices, we can go higher. But it's just not, this breakout here. And it's not even surprising because if you remember my videos, everything has been doing that false breakout, right? And it's like, so I was in IWN heavy, right? Even before that, I was expecting it. It broke out. I was like, yeah, everything's all good. And then look, it just gave all of that back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks down to the bottom of the range, like and it did with volume. So I don't know. Is this? Yeah, I guess this is right around when Omicron started popping out. But we know that it is so contagious. Like it's so not contagious. Widespread, right? It's basically everyone's it's gonna be done in a couple of months, right? It's just got to be because it's tripling, it's going like ×4. It's crazy, and not a lot of people are dying off of this variant. So I think that's good. So it has me looking ahead, right? So looking ahead, and y'all see some of my picks because I actually gotten some of them cruise lines, Mary. And I just been started. Okay, man, it's gonna come to we got to start looking ahead. Everyone's gonna have this thing in the next couple of months, and the numbers are gonna start coming down. So let's just get things that we want. There's a lot of good deals out there. So that's what made me kind of broaden the portfolio out a little bit, especially if you like tech stocks. Like techs are getting destroyed. Not necessarily some of those main big ones, but the other ones, right? Not the Googles and the Amazons and the Apples and the Facebooks, the other ones. And y'all know the ones I'm talking about. It's like down 80-90%. A lot of these stocks. So it's like if you really like them, you can get in them. I can't even go over the ticker symbol, so I ain't even gonna try. But y'all know the stocks that I'm talking about. All of those stocks that popped up, that had that big explosion for the Delta, well, the main one, the number 19 thing, right? Everything went straight up. Remember, I'm like, oh, I hate straight up. Well, they all straight down now, and they all basically back to where it started. Hey, I can use Peloton as an example, right? Look at that. I mean, I love this stuff. Y'all know that, but I'm just not. I want to actually get in, but I'm just like, there's some better things. But look, it's back to where it was. It's back, right? And this is the picture of a lot of stocks that's out there, right? A lot of the stock. This is the same picture. It's destroyed. The crash. It's really like a crash. They're just not saying it happened because everything that went straight up went straight down, and we're back at those levels of the pre-pandemic for the most part. Peloton's 31. It's there. So I actually like to. I just got money out. I don't want to deploy money into it, but I would if I actually do like it here. I do still believe in this company and stuff, and I think they're gonna be around for a long time. Right, if not bought out by somebody, now it's like $31. You know what I mean? So, and then you can start all over again. Will it get to 150? Like, no, I don't think it's gonna do all of that again because that was a one-time thing, right? It's a whole pandemic thing, but I do think it can slowly drift up and work on its business for the most part. And let me see. I gotta think another one. I can't. I was trying to bring up Rivian. Is that it? Rivian, right? This is like one of the last. It was just the FOMO. I'm not necessarily bringing it up because of. I'm not bringing it up because of what happened when 19 started. I'm bringing it up just because it was like one of them last FOMO stocks, right? And you can see how. Why is it not showing me that? What? That's the hourly. Let's go to the. Yeah, you can see how it came. IPO was somewhere, I think, 80, 90, somewhere like that, right? And it blew up all the way to 180. It caught a double. It's right back to where it was, right? Even, I think, below IPO. It's right at IPO price or below IPO price. So it's like everything kind of crashed, and I think it's over. I don't know. Okay, this is just me. I just think that we're at a level that we can maybe start to get back in. Maybe the stuff is about to end. I mean, interest rates are just they going up, but they're just not gonna keep. I don't know. This is just me guessing. They're not gonna just keep going straight up. No. Hey, remember they was like getting the bank's interest rates. Let's look at J.P. Morgan. What happened here? Let's go to the weekly. Okay, like, banks, right? Interest rates go up, they better spread, they can make more money, and everybody's getting into banks are doing good, blah, blah. But look at that weekly candle right there. That's an outside week. This thing is going down, right? The numbers wasn't all that great, and so I can't remember all the details, but the numbers wasn't what they was expecting, and that whole last week, this thing got destroyed with volume. So this thing, I think, is going down. I think it's going to go down. That basically the bank move is over, right? When people's talking about the bank's interest rates going up, this is where you want to be. No, they came out with numbers. It's not where you want to be. It's still kind of the same. And that's what makes me think the whole interest, like, I just think it's changing. We're about to hit that period where maybe it went up. Okay, now we could take a break and maybe even sink back down. It's just like my thing. But I do think we're in trouble for whatever reason. I don't know. I just don't like inflation. We all got we got big raises, right? A lot of companies they're not going to take these raises away. So you're going to have that inflation. The inflation can't go away because of the raise. Everyone's making more money, right? So that's how I kind of look at it. Let me look at some of these comments. What? Yeah, I got some CCL and RCL. I bought some puts. I got puts. I bought some. I sold the 30 puts on the CCL, 2 of them. So what is that? About $6,000, $36,000. I think I got 1,000 each on that. And then RCL, I just got a big old call spread on it. You said your portfolio is so boring. All long-term hurdles. Yeah, but you're making money. That Alcoa trade was awesome. Yeah, and except that Alcoa, you said got in on it. Yeah, Rivian has 0 cars sold and almost worth as much as Ford. Ford, by the way. I made a lot of money in Ford. Right, I've been talking about it since 14, 13. I had call spreads on. I had calls. I had call spreads, and then I sold puts, and then now I'm in the 20. I'm in the 20 calls. I bought the 20s and sold the 27s like 2 years out. I just see the thing is almost at 26 now. Basically, I just been keep rolling it out, moving a position. The thing is going up, but when you go to the monthlies, I actually kind of worry about it. Look, I mean, it's just almost seems like it's too much, right? And I think it's actually going to come back in a little bit. It's great. I just don't think Ford, that whole straight up thing, what it's going to Ford now. So I just don't think, even though the volume looks good, everything looks good, I just don't think the momentum can continue. So I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe it keeps going up until that Lightning pickup truck come out, which is hot. Y'all got to watch that video on that Lightning. That thing is incredible, right? And the F-150 is already the number one selling thing, right? So you make it with the electric, and that's the whole thing of this move, right? Now it's electrified and does all this shit. I think Ford's back for the most part, but I don't know if it keeps going straight up. But and I'm gonna shrink it down like that. You see this multi-year breakout, right? So yes, it can move higher, but is it gonna just keep going straight up like it is? I don't know. I think maybe it'll start to angle, but yeah, it's a good position to be in, but only because this multi-year breakout. Look at that. Finally, I wish I can go back further, but finally, right, out of that range, and I think that's what's happening right here. But how high could I go? I don't know. Look at that volume, man. Look at the volume here, right, in 2009. See how I got all that volume? See how it was kind of breaking out, kind of? And then look what happened. It kind of came back down. So I'm not saying the same thing's going to happen now, but I don't know. I don't know. True. John, N, you agree. What's Rivian Joe? What is that? Rivian has zero cost sold and almost worth as much as Ford. Okay, so my portfolio sold. So let's go to what I got, right? So this is my main portfolio. It's been getting hit. Okay. So you can see it Amazon, right? Tesla, MicroStrategy hit. I mean, because MicroStrategy is going to go up if Bitcoin goes up. It's, for the most part, it's a Bitcoin holding company. Bitcoin went from 65, 67, then they're straight down to 40. Now it's kind of got some support. I'm a strong believer in Bitcoin. I think it goes higher, so I think MicroStrategy will go higher if Bitcoin goes higher. If it doesn't go higher, and I lose all my money. Anyway, Boeing. I picked up Boeing again, right? It's just too low, and so I got the 235. What am I in? The 230. I bought the 230 calls and sold the 300 calls against it. And then here's a smaller position. I bought the 215s and sold the 235s against it. And they expired in January 2024. That's 2 years from now, right? So let's go to Boeing. Look at that, right? It's still in this little uptrend. Broke that. I was in this. I made money here. I got out here, and then now I think we're going higher. It did complete a higher low, right here. Could I maybe clear all this stuff out? Draw this line. Yeah, it did complete a higher low, right? So let's kind of look at it like that. It's just in these old economy stocks they're gonna come back, right? So, and this is what some people are rotating into. I like this. I think 300 in the next 2 years. I think it can reach that. So I'm in it. I'm done with that position. I'm not even gonna. If it loses, it loses. I really do think we're gonna be 300, which is the bottom of this range, in the next 2 years. I think China was talking about buying planes. Yeah, it's still a duopoly. You're either buying a Boeing or an Airbus, and hopefully Boeing gets their shit together and can sell planes again, right? We got to start looking in the future. So I'm trying to really look past Omicron and all of that, and things get. If you look at travel, this is one of the things that make me go on to these cruises. I've never been on a cruise before, but we finally booked a cruise. Deborah and I. These ships is booked, man. It's like everything is booked and everything is sky high, way out. And they even told you that. They said people, yes, right now they kind of canceled their reservation. They ain't getting their money back. It's a future cruise, okay? Right? They canceled their reservations and they pushing them out. But later on in the year, there's still people want to be on these boats. And me doing more research on these boats is taking everybody's money, right? You get on that boat, they taking all your money. So even the money you left home, they taking it. So I like it. I really feel that if they didn't, I really feel they went through the worst, and I feel it can only get better from here. So therefore, that's what made me pick up a position. Before Mary, when I was like, I don't know about this cruise, I didn't know if they was gonna go bankruptcy, but I think they're not. Okay, not knowing the numbers that well. I'm just talking off the top of the dome. Guy looking at charts and just kind of saying that the worst is over. It's only getting better. These guys are collecting the bookings, right? So to me, it can only get better. And you can see that in the stock prices lately. Even with some of these bad news coming out. The newses. Did I just say newses? Anyway, even with some of these some of the bad news coming out, if you look at the hourly, it's just been going up, right? Just here, right? From, what is it, 19 on, what day is that? 12/20, right? So what, 4 weeks ago, it's 19, now it's 22. Not bad. Not bad. Up 22%, right? So this is the time the market's been going down. It's doing well. I think it's going to get to 30. That's why I sold the 30 puts. If I go to the position here, let me go down here. Yeah, I sold 30. Where's my puts? What does it say? Where's my 30? Yeah, here it is. I'm sorry. The 1/20/30 expires in 2023. So it's a year, right? It's 2022, a year. I sold the 30. I got right here. I sold them for $1,000. Okay, so I can't remember what the price was. Basically, okay, I sold them for that. Basically, I bought the shares at $20, basically, and then I'm out at 30. It's like a automatic stop. If it goes higher than 30, I don't get the shares, but I get to keep the $1,000, right? If it doesn't get there by 30, I'm gonna get the shares for the price of 30, but I still keep the $1,000. You know what I mean? So yeah. So let's do 30 minus 1.44 equals, I bought them for basically $19.60, and right now CCL is at $22.95. So you can say, nice trade, man. As long as the thing keeps doing it, nice trade. All right. See, I got in down here, and I just recently put that position on a couple weeks ago, because so that's yeah. Sell when you want to get in a position. Sell puts. Really, you can get the discount. If you wake up and a stock is up, let's see. The stock is up $10. Let's do Facebook. $330, right? Even though that's a lot of money. This was $33,000. All right, let's do something like let's do this one. Okay, you wake up, you want to buy some Carnival. They came out with great news. Whatever the news is, you fill in the blank. All right, it's up $2, right? It's up like 10%. And you're like, oh man, I missed it. No, you didn't. Sell a put, right? So you could keep that money, and then you could probably even get it for the price before the 10% bump up if it were to get assigned to you. So always keep that in mind. And you have to, of course, you're selling a put is like 100 shares. You need 100 shares of it, right? So that's what I did, and so far, good trade. I'm out at 30. I don't know if Carnival is going to make it to 30 in a year. I think they are, but it's right there. It's right at that top. Right, so it'll be a double top. So if it goes above 30, it's all good. I'm out, but I made the 2,000 because I bought 2. I sold 2, and if it's below, it's all good. I got in at $19.60. As long as it don't go below $19.60, I'm gonna make money. And I feel I needed some of these travel stocks. I'm in the Airbnb again. I was in, I was out, I'm back in. I just think, I'm telling you guys, man. Travel is really, what is that? It's like that water hose, and you squeeze it and then you let it go, and it's like, that's what just book anything. I mean, look at these rates. It's insane. It's insane. You can't book shit. You're just gonna be paying up, right? So I really think these places are the way to go. Even the airlines, see, I'm not really an airline fan, but let's see what's going on. Delta. Yeah, they all kind of got the same chart. I even think these will eventually hit the peak, right, of just travel. Las Vegas, I wanted to get some of that as well. Las Vegas Sands. Even though, actually, I'm in the MGM. I'm in the MGM. I like Vegas, and I know Las Vegas Sands. They really not in Vegas anymore. But look at MGM, right? Look at it. Look at the high. It's the last time it was 2017, right? There was no 19 and Omicron stuff going on, and it's higher than that now. It's kind of telling you that. And I tried to book Vegas. By the way, we was gonna go cruise Vegas. I tried to book Vegas. I've been to Vegas before. The prices are insane. I can't. I mean, it's like it's incredible. It's like I can't. It's like I can't book this. I don't want to spend thousands, multi thousands, and then they don't even include this resort fee, that hidden fee that like $50 like $50 a day. It could be anywhere between $30-$50 a day. Stay 4 days. You know, like you stayed at a nice hotel, maybe $300 a night, blah blah, 1200, right? Plus tax, maybe 13, 14. And then they hit you with the resort fee. Like, a resort fee? What? Resort? Huh? Yeah, that's $50 a day. $50 a day. So another 200 on top. Anyway, these guys is making money. They making money. So I like all of these travel things, man. Look at her. Let's go to, is it Hilton? HLT? Look at that. All-time high for the most part. Right? So I'm really excited about this. On top of, like, everybody else is excited about electric cars and shit. So am I, but I really like this. I like both of the spaces. Let's see what y'all talking about. Me and Jonathan got married. I like y'all. You know, I was on your Instagram a while ago, Mary, and y'all got some cruise things going on. Me and Deborah was laughing. We liked it. We liked your videos, and I don't know. Y'all was there. And you're like, what did you say? I want a burger. Let's get a burger. anyway, I liked it. I don't think you have that on your site anymore, but it's gonna be our first time. And when we get on the ship, we're gonna get a burger. YGT, I don't know if that's spam. VY, I don't know what the hell you're saying. Vegas is back in business as usual. Yeah, man. I'm going to see Adele in Vegas in March, and the weekend is costing me a couple thousand. I know. Now I remember when I went to Vegas a while ago. It was a while ago. I didn't spend a couple thousand. Well, actually, I did, but it's basically that same trip is like double right now. It's just double. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, so I just want to get into those things. I think Las Vegas, LVS. Okay, so now these guys are more into that, what's that place in the desert? Oh, I can't think of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's a little bit slower over there because the world and they're not as good as us. Like it's our 19 thing situation is a little better than overseas because they don't got the vaccines and stuff like that, right? You know, we working on getting them vaccines and they trying to do their thing. But I think once all that situation, it will resolve. I'm really confident it's going to resolve. And then this will turn up as well. But this is a great buy point. This is a great buy point. You see the other travel. Look at that. It's bouncing. I would love to. I almost feel like selling something in Vegas. This is a great buy point. This is a good point where you want to, maybe you could think selling a put, right? You say, man, just bounced off that 35. It's hitting 42.99. You can kind of come over here and let me see. Maybe go a year out. Don't be afraid to sell or put a year out. It's like if you bought the stock, you're going to hold on. At least I hope you hold it for a year. But you can come over here and you can sell this 40 put. It's trading at $43. That means you'll get put the stock if it's below 40 in a year, and you can get $575 for it, right? That means that puts you in at basically $34. You know, $34.25. Right? So that's right. Like, hey, I'm in it for $34.25. Or you could just sell right here, $45, right there at the money for the most part, and get $845 back right now. You get it back right now to spend, right? So that kind of puts you in $45 because the stock will be put to you if it don't reach there at $45. It means that'll be your cost, but you're getting $845, right? 45 minus 8.45. It'll be $36.55, right? So if you go back to the chart and you can see the low is 35, you're basically buying it at the low. If you were to commit to selling a put at 45 right now. I think that's a good way to enter. So if it did go down, if it broke those lows, well, you got in at 35, right? So, um, but remember, it's 100 shares, so that's basically selling that 40 put is $4,000 minus that $800 you're gonna get back, and then that's what it would cost you in your account for margin. Um, we love the videos. Mary was also hungry. Yeah, see, the jewelry box liked it too. We really did, and I guess y'all cruise a lot. You should make more videos, Mary. Make more cruise. We've been checking out the vlogs, the cruise vlogs, because we're excited. We're excited about it, and I'm like, babe, should we vlog? She's like, yeah, we should vlog. All right, so we're gonna vlog it. We're gonna vlog. It'll be exciting. Come back on the stock channel, and now my channel will be a cruise channel. I don't know. All right, so we're excited. This will be our first vacation. We've been together 8 years this month. Yes, we have. Oh, actually, yeah, yes, we have. Yeah, I can't remember the actual date though. What was that? January 27th, something like that, babe. Anyway, you're always hungry. I can't wait till y'all go. I can't wait to see. Yeah. He said I was always hungry. I'm always hungry, girl. Oh, okay. I got it. I'm like, huh? What? Anyway, so that's that. What else I got going on here? All right, so I got Boeing, I Coinbase. If Bitcoin doesn't pan out, this stock is not going to work. It's not going to work out. This is not. Right? So these stocks are and I bought these were doing well until recently, and then everything kind of came down. Let's look at Coinbase real quick. And for the most part, everything I got is these call spreads. Right? See, it's sitting at the bottom. Pull up the weekly, right? It was doing great. I was like, all right, I'm doing good. Couple weeks, maybe more than a couple weeks, but at the low, right? And that's because Bitcoin is down, but if Bitcoin turns around, this will turn around and it'll be back up, right? So I'm not, is that a big position I got? I got the 300, sold the 390s. This is the 2024, and I got the 325, 330. That's a small position. So 300, what did I say? The 300, right? So I needed to go from here and for the most part somewhere around there. I needed to get higher than that range in the next 2 years. Hopefully it can do it. It will do that. I'm confident it will do that as long as Bitcoin goes higher. If it doesn't, this will break its lows and seek further lows, and the position won't work out. So really disappointed in the Bitcoin. Let me see something. What is the Bitcoin ticker? I have it in here somewhere. Let me see. Personals, right, indices. Here it is. So, okay, making a little run this weekend, up 43,330. You can see how this is right here, this little top. Close this out, right? This little top is when Coinbase was kind of breaking out, and then look what Bitcoin is. 65,000, 40,000. I don't like that, man. This thing is supposed to be kind of an inflation hedge in a way, but I think Bitcoin is so new that people just trading it, they're doing margin and all that stuff, and once it starts to get a little bit more established, I don't think you'll have moves like this. But yeah, that's down 40%. Is that right? Yeah, 40% in how many days is that? 2 months. Don't like that. But you know what? I believe in it. Been up 200% damn near every year since it came out. So I think eventually we, do something like that. Maybe we bounce here and seek higher highs. So this is, if you're not in it, I think this is a good time to get in. I do think if you're not in it, 1% of your portfolio, right? If you're wrong, you lose 1%. If you're right, and this thing kind of continue to do what it does, that 1% will turn into 5-10% of your portfolio. So 1%, right? You can afford to lose 1%. $100,000 portfolio, 1%. $1,000. All right, let me get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Yeah, you won't even feel that if it goes to zero. But if it goes to the moon, you're gonna be like, wow, hey man, $1,000 turned to like $15,000. You know what I mean? So you never know. All right, so who do we got in here? Christopher Shivery. Good evening. First time on live chat with you. Thanks for your time. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad you're here. I guess you was subscribed and I went away and I'm sorry. What the real Okay. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm at that point in my life where I'm just like, I don't know what the heck to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just like, I got a different shift. Remember I hurt my arm? Yeah, let me kind of change view here a little bit. Get back to this one. You can see a little bit. So there's my surgery, right? So I'm not really working like I should be. I'm doing something I don't really like. And so I'm just like, that sucks. I'm working different shifts. And so I'm just kind of, you ever just want to go in a corner and think? Right? So that's what I've been doing. I just really just like thinking, what the hell do I want to do? Maybe mid-age crisis? I don't know. But I think a lot of this has an effect, so I'm just like, man, I don't want to make a video. There's been so many times. I want to do quick lives, but I can't because I don't have enough subscribers. So I don't do those. I would love to do quick lives. Like when I'm in a car, I'm on the go. I can give you a quick thought of what I'm seeing in the market or hear in the market, but I can't do them because I don't have enough subscribers. If you're new, subscribe. Let me reach that threshold, and then if you don't like me, unsubscribe. All right. So so I haven't been doing anything, and that's another reason why I even shrank my portfolio down. I almost knew I was going away. I was like, you know what? I don't want to track that many stocks. I just want to get my highest conviction names and just be in it and just kind of be done. And it's been working out. I don't know. I'm losing. Everybody is, because you see my positions. Like I'm in the Amazon. I ain't doing shit. By the way, I still like it. It's coming towards the bottom of the range. It's not getting killed, right? It's just not like these other stocks. Amazon, Tesla, doing MicroStrategy, not doing well. Coinbase. You see these stocks. CrowdStrike. What the hell happened? By the way, with CrowdStrike, this is gonna be a total loss. Oh, it's like I'm crashed. Hold on here. What the hell is going on? See the circle? Yeah, let me go back to the desktop. With CrowdStrike, see, I'm all calls. 3 of these 340s, 1 and 1.8. I sold. There was call spreads. Bought all the puts back. Bought all the short calls back. Made a bunch of money going down. Right now, I'm hoping it bounces and it rockets up, but it's not doing that, man. They're crushing this stock. But I basically profited on the short calls all the way down. Look at that thing, just kind of gave it up. It's doing good, boom, just like everything else, man. So hopefully we're here at a level of support. Hopefully it bounces. Hopefully it bounces right here, right? If not, maybe we go to here, right, a little bit further, and then if it can get up in here somewhere, I'll close that position, and most likely it'll be a profitable one altogether. But if it keeps going down, man, I would have lost all my money in there. But I got a year. I got a year because this one is June 22. Okay, but these 3 right here, 340, that's way out. They way out of the money calls. I got a year, right? So really disappointed in that one. Here's my RCL. Right, Royal Caribbean. By the way, you hear about the Norwegian cruise line that shipped and they came back, had to come back. They didn't go to none of the ports, and I think left New York. It's coming back. It's giving everybody a refund and a 50% credit or something like that, right? So, a refund meaning a cruise in the future, right? So, that sucks, but I think it's going to turn. I think it's going to turn. And even with all, by the way, my sister just was on a cruise. She just came back. Even with all what's going on, people want to go on these boats. And that's the demand that wants me to be in these positions. All of these travel stuff. The reason why I like the cruise is because they're kind of still beat up a little bit. I bought the 80s, the 80 calls and the 120s, right? So sold the 120s. Let me go to that real quick. RCL. What is up with the keyboards? RCL. right? Let's kind of zoom in there, see how it broke support on that diagonal, right? So 80, right? I bought the 80s, sold the 120s. It's $4,000 to put on that trade. Minus that, basically, I'm gonna make 4,000. That's 40 points. I'm gonna make $4,000 minus the cost of it. I don't remember the cost. I think it was like 1,000. So it'll be like tripling my money basically. I need to get above that 120, which is the recent highs before the next 2 years, right? Yeah, January 2024. I think it can do that as long as we can turn it around. Oh, I thought I did two of these. I did one. Here's what I paid, right? So that the long call was 1985 minus that short call credit 877, so 1100, right? So I want to make 4,000 max minus that 1108. That's what it was. 4,000 minus 1108 is 28. All right, so that I can make $2,892, $2,892 if it closes above 120 in the next 2 years, and it cost me $1,000 for that trade. So that's the kind of trades that I put on. I'm really excited that a lot of the stocks have the long options came out, the 2024s, right? So I've been waiting for that, and I've been rolling a lot of positions into those 2024s. Let's keep going down. What else is in here? Like Coca-Cola. As long as things keep, this is a small position, actually, well, kind of. As long as things keep opening up, concerts, right, stadiums, events, Coca-Cola, they're gonna keep rising and making that money, right? So that's where a lot of their profits is coming from. So you look at Coke, basically. So it's like that sleeper stock that where the economy, look at it, see, new high. Look at the breakout. Now I'll tell you what scares me about this breakout is everything that broke out like this broke down. So I'm in the, and this is a really safe position, 55.60s, and that closes the 2023, 1 year, right? So right now it's trading at 61. I need to close to above 65, another 4 points. Can I get another 4 points out of this thing before the year's up, and then that'll be a profitable position. I did that 4 times. I really like Coca-Cola. I was in down here, got out, in, out, because I wanted to jump in some more faster moving positions, but this was almost like your double A trade, Mary. Like I got in on the lows in Coke, and but it was just slow, man. And you're watching everything go through the roof, time. So I basically bailed and put the money in other things that was going up, made some money. But now I'm back in the Coke. I'm in the Coke on the breakout. I like the breakout here. But like I seen this picture before. I don't think it's gonna happen with Coke. I seen this picture before, and everything that broke out broke down, right? So for instance, and like I said, I'll bring up the IWM again and go to that weekly. You can see the breakout and then the breakdown. I don't think that's gonna happen with Coke though. I think we're safe. We're safe with that. Right, so I had on, I think one of my last positions, I think my portfolio, I whittled it down to like 5 stocks, and I bought these. Here's, like I said, MGM. This is a spec holding. EHang. These guys make people drones, right? It's like a helicopter. Spec, totally spec, right? And bought the 1540, right? So EHang. Can't tell you a lot about it, but there's a lot of good, exciting videos out there. You can see how they went all the way up to 130. See, they crashed too, right back to right where they belong, right back. Did it a little earlier than a lot of stocks. So that's what I'm saying. I really think that you could nibble on some of those high specs that were crazy. That's not crazy anymore. DraftKings is one of them. Let's go to that one and see what that looks like. Wow, goodness gracious, down 4% on Friday. Look, broke that recent high. That recent low, excuse me. Wow, I didn't think it was this bad. This thing is almost back to the damn IPO price. Anyway, so, well, this is a SPAC, right? So what was it, $10? I don't know, but this is something, if you believe in the space, then you can say, you know what? Even though it doesn't look like I want to turn here, but this is one you keep an eye on. You can start looking at the volume coming. You can keep an eye on it, and then when it starts to maybe start to do a little bounce, looks like it found a little floor, you might be able to kind of step back into it, and hopefully it bounces, but returned right to where it was. And all of them did that, right? So are we going to zero on all these stocks? Are the SPACs going to all go bankrupt? I don't know, but they all getting hit hard. So yeah, the EHang, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. You can see it kind of found a little floor, unlike DraftKings, and maybe it goes up. Total spec. I don't know what the hell this thing is gonna do, but it's flying around in a drone. I think that's pretty cool. You ever fly a drone? I haven't, but look around. You want to be up there, right? You got the little thing, and you can see where it's going. Don't you want to be flying in it? Isn't that the better way to fly the drone, in it? Well, these guys are doing that. So I like what's going on here. Let me see. Where's my... Let me pull up some comments. I don't know what y'all talking about. People don't care. The demand is there. I guess damn, I missed that. Good evening, first time. Thank you for... retired Coast Guard. All right, Christopher. Thank you for your service. I'm not retired, but I'm former Air Force. People don't care. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I ain't talking much. I got a few people in here. I'm holding a steady 5. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. That's like 1%, right? Because I got 5. I don't know if my subs are showing. I got 515. I think one person left with my silence, right? Yeah, so that's I got 1% of you guys checking me out. Maybe the other couple of more percent will watch the after video. By the way, that's another thing. So I wasn't making a video. I'm like, there's only a couple of people. Eventually, that gets to you. It gets to you. It's like, why take my time? Because nobody's watching them anyway. So that's another thing that was kind of hitting me, right? I'm just like, okay, this sucks, right? The arm, trying to move around here. Yeah, this sucks. So I got the arm thing. Yeah, no one's really watching the videos anyway. The market's going down. I don't really have nothing to talk about exciting, right? Because I'm sure everybody's kind of losing. Yeah, so it was all of that. It was a combination of a little everything. All right, so what else? Ford. I mean, a lot of, you can see the calls. I got 15 20s, 27s. That's going to be, I can't even say, and that closes in 2024. I'm just going to hold it. I might roll it if Ford gets a little bit more exciting. But every time I make adjustment, it just blows through. I mean, this thing is just on fire. So I got 15 of the 2027s, right? That's a 7-point wide spread, right? 7 points is options is 100, right? So that's $700 a spread I can make. $700. I did it 15 times. Let's times that by 15. So $10,500 I can make minus what it cost, right? So what did it cost? I'm just looking at I got a 30-37. I got a way out call spread as well. That's just one. So what did it cost? Well, let me see. The long calls cost $2.82, and minus the credit for the short calls, which was $1.41, equals $1.68, right? So I could times that by 10. That's $168. 168 times it by 15, right? So it cost me $2,500. When did I say I was gonna make 10,000? So I'm gonna make like 7,000 on the trade for the most part. Not bad. All I needed to do is stay above $27 for the next 2 years, right? That's money in the bag. What talk about a return, And it's a set it and forget it trade. Just forget it. I'm confident that Ford's gonna close above. If this everything pans out, it's gonna close above $27 in the next 2 years. It's almost there right now. So that equals this long call I bought, right? This long spread. I bought the 30, sold the 37, another 7-point spread, $700. What did that cost me? $260. I'm doing the math in my head, about $1.30. $130 makes $700, right? So not bad. It's not bad. Oh, well, $700 minus the 137.6, so I'm like 5 and change. Let's say 550. Okay, not bad. It's pretty good. But that one I need to be above 37 in the next 2 years. So that could be, I tell you what, the way it's moving now, that's no problem. But you're stretching it. It's almost a double from here. Basically saying next 2 years Ford would be 100% even higher. But the space is good. Remember I used to talk about this. Remember I used to talk about the whole drive the EV space. Look at this ETF, and I like this ETF the best. Looking at it, if you just don't know what to buy, you like the space, see the breakout right here. I was a little worried, but see it's breaking out, a little volatile, but it's on its way. So I like it. By the way, I'm in a Tesla. One thing I noticed about Tesla, I made a lot of money in Tesla. I called this whole rip. So go back in the videos, and when I seen it on this line, I was in long calls, man. So I called that whole rip. Kind of get to where it is here. Yeah, so this was probably one of the better trades. Remember the trade I made a long time ago that I lost a lot of money? I made it back right here. Anyway, so when it got here, I sold a way out call. I sold it 2050. I sold it for $7,000. That's crazy. Stock's trading at 1,200. I sold the 2,050 strike call for $7,000. That's insane, right? So it's way out. And I'm like, wow, okay, that was a pretty good trade. Well, no, it wasn't. I'm losing still. And it tells me that Tesla is going higher. I lost somebody, but this is really where it gets exciting, okay, because I'm going to share some money. Let's go back to that. And you can see here's the position right here. Let's go to that Tesla. Here it is. I sold this for $7,100. Right now, that position is trading for I could have sold it today for $11,000. It's now $3,000 by doing that. I would have had $3,000 more in my pocket if I didn't do that. The interesting thing is I sold that way up here. I damn near top ticked it. I sold it way up here and got $7,000 for it. As the stock ticked down, by the way, that position has never been profitable. Selling that short call, it got down to 930, and it's still basically right now like it's $11,000 to sell that call. It's way more than it cost when I even sold it, and that was at the top of this big rip. When you see things like that, it tells me the stock is going higher, right? So I'm generally on moves like that, if this pullback, like it pulled back here, I would have bought it back. I should have been up maybe 3,000 on the position, and like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it back because I still believe it's gonna go higher, but it didn't give me the opportunity. I'm down $3,000. So interesting. And you can see how it's bull flagging. You got the breakout little flag here. I do think we continue higher. I don't know how steep, and you see the bullish action in this thing lately. Tesla's going higher, and so I like it. I like it a lot. It took me a long time to like Tesla. I started liking it here. It was always going too fast. It's just one of those stocks, and I missed it. I was always selling puts on it, so I made money, but I never was in it long like I am now, and I'm in it long. Oh man, Christopher, flew C-130s. Okay, cool deal. I was an air traffic controller, so I controlled those C-130s. I might have talked to you. Well, this is way back. I was gonna say I might have talked to you. I controlled mostly the C-141s and C-5s. What are they? C-17s now, I think. I'm not sure, but that's what my base was, mostly C-141s and C-5s. And then, we had our transient fighter planes and things like that. It's because of the IV. Yes, implied volatility. You're right. I try to keep it simple on this channel, but when that IV starts pumping like that, it's telling you it's going higher. Here's another. I'm going to give you the opposite trade of that. All right, so I'm in Roblox. This is a losing position. Okay, I sold the 100 put and bought the 95 put. Now let's talk about it real quick. Okay, let's go to Roblox. Basically, I need this stock to be over $100 in the next year. I did 1 year. All right, let's go to the weekly. Look at that decline. Holy shit. Damn. Let's go to the daily. All right. So I did it right here. I did it right at the 100, right? So I sold, it was trading at 103, right? So I sold a week out. Let me kind of change the screen so I can talk to you a little bit. I sold a week out, right? It's trading at 103. I sold a year out the 100 put and bought the 95 for protection. Generally, when you sell out of the money like that, it's you're not even going to get half of that. I sold it for $300, right? So for each time that I did that, the most I could lose is $200. It's a 5-point spread, right? So I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting $300 for the position to sell a put spread when the thing is already, it's out of the money. I'm getting more than half. Generally, at the money, you get half. Out of the money selling, you get less than half. In the money selling, you'll get more than half, right? For me to sell, to get 300 on a 5-point wide spread, I would have to sell in the money put spread for the most part. But I was like, wow, I'm getting 3. So I did it like 9 times, right? So 9 times 300, right? $2,700 in credit I took in, right? So the most I could lose, what did I just say? 9 times 3, $2,700, right? But the most I can lose is the 200 times 9 is $1,800, right? So basically, I'm risking $1,800 to make $2,700. And all I need is for Roblox to be above 100 in the next year. And at the time I put it on, it was already at 103. Okay? So I'm like, oh man, they're giving away money over here. Giving it away. And then look what happened. All the way down to $80. When you see things like that, it tells you that position tells you that it was going to go down. But I was feeling confident and like, I got time. I got a year. And I still feel okay with it. It's at 80. I got a year. I got till next January. We'll see what it does. But it told me it's going down. Right? They was giving me all that credit. So it's sometimes, so basically I'm saying you watch these option prices. You can tell which way a stock is going to move just by the pricing of the option. And sure enough, these market makers are going to get it right. Okay. So, wow. So that's a losing position, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I still got a year and it's at 80. This is a fast moving stock. It could be above 100 in a week. Right. So look at that. Look at that turn. You remember that breakout I was telling you, those fake breakouts? Look what happens, right? So Roblox is actually going to be another one of those that just, it's going right back. It might go to 70 down here, right? It might go back to the IPO price. I don't know what that is, but somewhere in this area. You know, everything's just getting destroyed that just had that rip. Let's look at my favorite. Let's look at Amazon. Now I'm heavy in this thing, and you can see it's still in a range. I mean, with stocks breaking down and NASDAQ breaking down, yes, this broke down, but it's still in the range. And what gets me excited about it, which I am worried, is at the bottom of the range, because it's still in the range. It didn't break that. Okay, where's the next level? Well, it'll be down here. If it breaks, we're gonna probably come to the bottom of the range. Now, earnings is, can y'all see that shit? I'm sorry, I gotta say, yeah, there we go. Right, so here's, right, it came up, it was kind of trying to break out, went to the bottom of the range. And if you look back in the past, that it just goes up, down. The next move should be the top of the range. Personally, I think it'll be somewhere up there as earnings comes along. I think it's February 1st, I think, 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. And generally the stock runs into the earnings. So I think it's going to start running. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it should be somewhere at least mid-range before that earnings come out. If it's down here, actually we'll feel a little bit confident because it's at the low end of the trading range and maybe we get a pop. If it's up here, it gets me actually a little bit more scared because we're at the top of the range and it might sell off. So anyway, it's still there. But the market's down though, you know, so, but I think it held pretty well for the most part. Here's the next little level. We'll see what happens. If it breaks that, I'm all shit. I'm shitting. I don't know what to do. So, but most of my positions, and it's those call spreads, like the spreads I've been telling you, it's 2 years from now. So I really do feel that these guys are going to, this whole time they've been expanding their infrastructure. It's almost like double. It's double. It's double than what it was before the pandemic. So it's just not getting priced in, and then they're just going to turn on that earnings spigot, and then boom, look at all the money we making. So, and then if Omicron was putting people in the houses, if you notice, this got no Omicron bump as far as buying online again, none. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. All I know is it's a stock that's ready for breaking out. It's at the bottom of the range, and you can see what there. So kind of has me worried. I hate when they go to the bottom, but it's a good entry point. If you're not in it, it's a good entry point. See what happened here, right? And let's look at this. Let's look at this last one. You can see how when it was consolidating, you could see how it almost broke down, and then that was the move, right? So yeah, I can't get, maybe the weekly will show me that. Yeah, here's the weekly, right? See how it broke down, and then that was the move. So maybe something similar here, and then the move, right? So I'm still excited about this, but it's got to do something. It's weird that you got this $3,500, well, now it's $3,200 stock, and it'd be like up $2. For the most part, that means nobody's buying or selling. It's just, or Amazon up, $6. Crazy. Stock like this should be like $25, $50 a day or something like that. But I don't know. Up, down 4. That's nothing for a $3,500 stock. Anyway, that's that. Let's see what else I'm into. Oh, let me make sure y'all guys ain't saying nothing. And how do I bring that up? You say you think about getting some Baba and Baidu 24 elite credit spreads. So, yeah, I like them. Let me go to them. I'm going to pull that up in a minute here. You said Baidu and Baidu going down more. Wait a few more months. Let's see. Christopher could be right. He was at Little Rock for a while. Okay, I've been to that base. I've been there once. There's a base over there at Little Rock, right? I think I've been there. Taking profits was smart. What did I miss? You didn't. Christopher. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let's check out that Baba and Baidu. I think you must have said that when I was talking about that EH. It broke support there. You got to bounce. All right, so this is the last major level, right? It hit support. You got a little bounce. This could be the bounce. Look at the volume was insane on this down move. And the stochastic, the slow stochastic is way, I mean, it never been down here ever. This is Alibaba, right? So maybe there's something here. I would like to see that kind of start to turn up, but this is a good entry point. I think it's good, and you know where to get out at. That low, right? That low is 108.7. That's a long ways from now. So it bounced off that low nice. So it might be able to continue that. Now next we're really looking at this downtrend angle. Can it do something past that? Right? That's more when I will get excited about the move, right? Because you had these here, right? And this could just be another one. But if it breaks that downtrend move now, so you bounced off support, you break that downtrend move and kind of starting to come up this way some, you might have something there. Yeah, you might. So, but, to play the levels, support, sure, get in. You know where to get out. If it breaks that level, you just gotta wait. It's not ready yet. But yeah, there's something to keep an eye on. I don't really be excited about these anymore. Like I never really was. But let me see Baidu. You look at the I'm in the monthlies, right? And you just see all this chop for the most part, except for this move, right? This was the move that every stock did for the most part, right? Trying to see from 100 to 350. Anyway, let's not really count that move. All right, so basically what I'm getting at, it done nothing, right? You look, if you come out, you can say, man, the stock is really doing nothing. So I don't know. I don't get excited about these kind of stocks. But for a trade, I think you're right there, right? It's perfect. It's just like Baba, right at that level of support, bouncing, right? I don't know if that's the greatest line. This might need to be a little higher. It could be up here. But it's right in that range, right? So it's either going to go higher or lower from here. I don't know if you can see it's always going up or down, up or down. Here's was some sideways action for about a couple of years. But for the most part, up and down, up and down, up and down. Could it have another one of these moments? Maybe. But, something. I don't know. I don't get excited about these. For a trade, yeah, sure, get in. See what happens. You might be able to ride it up a little bit, but where you're going to get out at, right? So kind of know that before you get into the trade. And I guess maybe the next move, it kind of challenges that level of resistance up here. So maybe it kind of goes up there, right? 233, that'll be a big move. About 48%, right? So I don't know how much you want to capture off that move, but yeah, it could be ready to kind of start to go up a little bit. Stochastic still pointing down. Volume is not really bouncing yet. Let's go to the weekly, see what that last week looked like. No real volume on this little hump. Even this whole, so maybe if you see some volume coming, it's like, see right here, it was going sideways, and then look at that volume. Boom, right there. And then, look, that was like the perfect entry to ride that up. Here, if you can get some kind of volume spike like that, that might be the trigger to get in. Right? Volume is telling me it's not ready yet. It's hanging out on support, which it could break, right? It could break here. Easy. Let's see a volume spike, some excitement in the move higher. And then that will make me say, okay, yeah, I think there's something here. By the way, same for Baba, what we just looked at. And go back to it. Check out that volume. It actually got a little bit more spike in volume here. So that looks a little bit more exciting right here. So than the other one. Right, at least the market thinks so. I want to get in that, scoop that up. China GDP comes out tomorrow. I have an expert I know, way smarter than me. He's shorting Baba and JD. Let's pull up JD. He knows something. He knows some scoop. This little bounce on the market is not going to hold up into March. And it might not. I'll pull up the VIX real quick. And I've been noticing that the market, you've seen some of these stocks getting destroyed, but the VIX is not really showing you that. It is at 19. It's below 20. I'm like, is this one of those periods that, like 2000, remember the dot-com bubble burst and we just went down for 2 years? We just went down. I'm like, are we entering that? Can this be one of those periods where we just slowly sink down? I tell you, it's on my mind. And basically down like becomes the new normal, and it flushes out all of those new market people, right? It just flushes out everybody. Everybody's a stock market genius. You got stock market channels by 19-year-olds that's way huger than mine. I'm a nobody, but these guys don't know anything, and these guys are hundreds of thousands of subs, and they doing all kind of trades. Well, they're not really trading now because they're just making that YouTube money and they pretending they're trading. Anyway, at least that's my opinion. So, what was I going to get? Yeah, that's always on my mind, that we just kind of, the new norm could be down because the conditions, I don't know, man. That inflation's got to get tamed. I don't think we go straight up. Let's pull up that 10-year like that. See that spike? I don't think that's sustainable. And look, we're at the topping action. Maybe it kind of goes sideways and maybe drifts down a little bit, but up is definitely the trend for this move. And I'm gonna zoom out because I always feel that because I'm looking at this arrow, and I'm gonna show you why I drew that arrow. Notice how it's going down. That the move that we basically hit negative interest rates. Yeah, but why is that? Because I can come out to this monthly. And you can see the gyration. You can see these moves. And I think we just really in another one. With the inflation, I don't know. That's what makes me go, because that inflation is insane. I didn't see that before. It's different. All right, so it's very volatile, but overall the move is lower. And if I had more chart to show, it's even up. The move is lower, and eventually, don't know when, that we will just go into the negative area. Like a lot of countries already are. So I think about that. What's going to get us there, I don't know. But follow this long-term trend. It's down. Even with this spike up, it's down. We've seen these spikes before. You've seen them. They all over the place. This is just another one. Only thing that makes me think it could go higher, like I said, is that inflation's like crazy. It's different. So that's something that says, it's different. But let's just see, right? I'm not really good at that, but I'm good at this. This chart's going down. Okay, so kind of always remember that. Keep that in mind. So don't get too afraid of this going up like that. I don't think it's sustainable. What do you think about Hood for bounce? Yeah, that stock just got destroyed. I'm gonna pull that out. Pop, not poo. Volatility is gonna pop to 35 coming the next 6 to 8 weeks. I would be careful going long. Well, it could. I don't know. Let me pull up the VIX again. This is kind of, the norm. The general norm would be down here, 13, 14, 15, right? Even sub-norm, low like 11, 12. And when we came down, we still didn't hit those lows. And we're low, but we're not those lows. But I don't know. I don't know. I probably will disagree. I got it. Looking at this chart, I think it's almost like down, little flag here, then maybe it will break. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm looking at this candle here, how it did spike and rejected really quick. And now it's down here. It's at the low end of that candle. So it's kind of doing like a candle by candle analysis. And maybe it will just kind of continue down. Doesn't mean by the way, this doesn't mean the stock market goes up. And that's why this is what made me start worrying about maybe this is it could be the new normal, right? And the markets can go down almost every day. Like now it's going down hard. Like these big downturns, 5%, that's unsustainable. But as far as this slowly drifting down, that could happen. It did it in 2000, and the VIX was just normal, kind of, because it was just like the new normal, and so I kind of worry about that. But I don't know. Got those stochastic pointing up, maybe, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm right and you're wrong, because I feel nobody knows. So just remember, Christopher, that's just my opinion. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I know anything. I don't know. But I'm just giving my opinion like you gave me your opinion, But he says, be careful going long. And could be right, So just have a plan. That's my advice. Have a plan. Know if you're going to get out. Think long term. That's my plan. I'm thinking past this. I'm thinking past Christopher's 2 months. And I'm trying to think a couple years out and trying to put trades on based on that. So that's my plan, I know there's volatility now and it's going to be here for a minute. So therefore, let's look out. Let's look out longer than the stock market looks out and see where we could get some trading action. JRH, you're putting on, I like some of your trades that you're doing, but still kind of a little not my style with the quick, I still got to stick to the long term because it's just too much for me. Wake up, everything looks good, especially when I know you leg in a lot. Be careful, wake up and, market's down huge and you was long a call and them things will get destroyed. You know what I mean? So, and you maybe experienced some of that already, but I do like the fact that you're doing those spreads, man. Keep them spread. And just when you are long, you're doing long calls. Be prepared to lose it. Be prepared to lose it all. When you have that trade on, when the long calls. With me, I got a lot of spreads on, and what I typically do, everything is spread here, except for, everything is spread. I don't got no. Oh, this crowd strike. But I sold all the shorts, so now I'm just long the calls. That's the trade. I got all the value out of selling those on the short side. So let's just close them out, right? Buying back for basically nothing, and hopefully the stock pops, and then I'm long all those calls, man. That would be nice. Um, but that's the VIX. So yeah, we're just looking at the 10-year, and still trying a nice move off the bottom here though. That's a move, and it's got a little head and shoulders here. See that? Boom, boom, boom. That means if this head and shoulders even plays out, which is neckline, the head, that's a big move right here, right? Generally, we'll pop this distance, which is, what is that? That's 144%. Man, what's that range? $10. So that if that head and shoulders plays out, we would be up here somewhere, right? That's where that would be. And if we're up there, which would be 2.75, the market's way down. Okay? If we're up here, the market's way down. And the VIX is probably spiking. So I can give you that, Christopher. That lines up if this head and shoulders plays out. Yeah. But if it's a fake out, one of the biggest patterns that's even better than a head and shoulders pattern is the failed head and shoulders pattern, where it doesn't break out and it goes down hard. But the only thing is, when you think what can make that happen, I can't come up with a scenario. So I don't know. So I don't think that's going to happen, at least looking at that. You said you slowly kind of value best at buying at 20s and buying at 20 and selling at 40. Okay. You're finding what works for you. That's good, because you was, in the beginning, when I was checking out what you're doing, you was kind of all over the place. If you look at, I'm still the same. I think I am, since you started following me. I'm still doing the same trades. Sometimes I get more aggressive. Sometimes I'm not. I got more positions on. I got less. But for the most part, I still do those leap calls. That's all I do. Sometimes I sell put spreads. Sometimes, I'll let me just sell a 30-day put spread, a 60-day put spread. Sometimes I do that. But for the most part, I just keep it long. I keep those long things going on and do that. And over time, right, I'm just right. And I just kind of keep rolling the positions out. But that's my style. I experimented with everything, and that's what works for me. And I think you're finding out what works for you and how you want to trade. So that's good. Anybody got any questions? Let's see what else I'm in, because I'm going to go ahead and end it. Roblox, Airbnb, Snowflake. This is, okay, one of the other portfolios, I got a straight call on this. This is the 350, 360, 1 year out. With Snowflake, it's at 285. This is one of the stocks that can get killed. It can. Right? I think it's one of the most expensive stocks in the market. Yeah, I'm basically saying it's going to be above here, above this little high by the next year. And I don't know, but it's not a huge position. So I don't care if it happens. I don't care if well, I want it to happen, but if it doesn't, no biggie. I'm in Planet Fitness. Yes, in the Planet Fitness, thinking ahead, thinking all this stuff goes away. I'm seeing what happened to the Peloton. I guess people can't afford it. They're just not, they're not going that way. So I guess back to the gym. That's what made me get into that, and Disney. So I'm gonna look at those in the last two. I'm okay. They show me the market's gonna be closed tomorrow. I think that's what it said. What did I just say? Planet Fitness, PLNT. Gosh, I didn't realize. I'm telling you, man, you turn your head for a little bit and the stock's just tanking on you. Anyway, look at that head and shoulders I drew back then. Nothing happened. And now it's kind of wanting to break out, but I just think that's the weekly. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, I think we could head higher here. It's volatile. You can see that. And what's my position? the 92, just one, 92 120. It's almost like a synthetic long. I bought the 92. When I did it, it was right at the money, by the way. So now it's 88, and then sold the 120 way out here. So it's like a long call. It's like a synthetic long for the most part. My break even is probably somewhere around 95, 96, I bet. And just trying to ride it higher for the next, how long am I in there? Till 2024, next 2 years, right? So I think I can get above 120 in the next 2 years. And then Disney, of course, I got the same thing, kind of a synthetic long, 160, bought the 160 call, bought the way out 200 call. And we could look at that real quick, and then we'll close this video out, right? So Disney came back finally, because I said, in my opinion, Disney Plus sucks. Okay, finally, I guess everybody said, yeah, it does suck. And it wasn't just gonna, going higher on Disney Plus, whatever. Anyway, so here we are bouncing. We had a level of support. Can it reach back to these highs, 200? I think it can. Especially, remember this, they do travel, they do. I think lately we forgot about the rest of Disney's business, and all of that stuff is going to be open. A lot of it's open already, and I think they can be running all four cylinders with Disney Plus, right? So I think it can reach those highs again, right? So I said to what I'm in 160. Kind of see, when I did that, I was right at the money, but now it kind of came down some more in the 200. I just need to get above 200 in the next couple of years. I think it can do that. Hopefully it doesn't break down. I mean, this is the level for the most part where it broke out. So we're right back there. Even Disney came back. Speaking of another one, I think Nike, the same thing. I'm looking into wanting a position in this one. Although when I look at this monthly, I think it can probably even go lower. Maybe it goes more into this range, I think, with Nike. But you see the breakout, right? It broke out of this range, went all the way to 182. And then right now it's back to 140. So back to the range, which is what everything has been doing, right? Nothing is sustainable, right? But coming back to those, here's the pre-C19 breakout for the most part. So will it go to 102? I don't know. I don't think it does that. Look at Starbucks, because this is the one I bailed on. And maybe it gives you an idea what Nike can do. Look at that candle. It's the monthly. The month's still going on. Totally outside candle as of now. Meaning this thing can go a lot lower. And you can see it's just not happening. I don't know what's going on with Starbucks. This is I don't know. I do think I know China and what's the sales over there. I think that's where they get most of their growth from. And I think they got things close. The whole what's going on with the 19 all that stuff is affecting this stock, I believe. Don't like it. Y'all know I like McDonald's. Before I like McDonald's, I'm gonna go to Shake Shack. I was in this, I'm out. It had some nice bounces just the other day, but it looks like it's giving it up. It almost looks like this wants to find a further low, even though I thought that was the low. I think he was up 15% the other day with this. Was it here? And look, it's just giving it right back. Yeah, look at that. Just giving it right back. It's closing the gap, but it almost looks like it wants to. Look how fast it gave it back. It almost looks like it wants to go lower. It's weird. But the only food thing working is, I guess I take that back. I was going to say McDonald's, but it looks like McDonald's is even trying to give some of it back. Here's the breakout, coming right back to the range. And then I was going to say Chipotle. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, look at that there. I'll be more interested in getting in this one. And that's coming right into the range. I remember it was right there, right? So it's in there. I like that. Look at that, man. Everything, just giving it up. So that's the video for the most part. Ukraine and Russia, geopolitical issues high this next week. Be careful on the market right now. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Christopher, for checking me out, subscribing, and participating in these the comments. Hopefully you come back. Guess no one is bearish here. Be careful into March. Okay. And I'm neutral. I'm not saying I'm bullish. I don't know if I'm not bullish, but I'm not bearish. I'm just trying to look past noise and really look out. So I guess when I do that, I'm kind of bullish, But notice my positions are not like for big moves. They just for, I just need you to go up 10%, 20, 15% in the next 2 years. Can you do that? I don't know if that's necessarily bullish. That's, the typical market going up 7% a year or whatever. So I'm kind of, right now, I'm not bullish, but I'm not too bearish either because I think the market's sold off. I'm just like a neutral kind of person, I think. Okay, babe, still here, Mary. You said that you have to hop off, but thanks for the stream. Oh, you checked me out for a long time, Mary. Thank you. You said you had to hop off, but for streaming this, thanks for streaming this video, Jay. Check you on the next one. Okay, when is your live stream? Are you? No, maybe I'll try to be on every Sunday. That's one of the bad things about my channel is like, I just come on. You definitely got to hit the bell with me because I just come on. I never had a schedule, and maybe that's why I don't have a lot of subs because I was making videos every day. They wasn't live, though. I used to do it live. Then I stopped doing it live. I was all over the place. I was doing videos almost damn near every day. And then I was doing lives on Saturday, lives on Sunday. And then I was doing lives every day. So, and then now this is my first video in, I think, a couple months. So, I don't know. You definitely got to hit the bell with me, though. I got to try to get back into it. I did enjoy myself talking about stocks again. I almost didn't know what to say. Forgot how to work the charts. Forgot how to work the video to go live. Forgot everything. But I missed you guys, and I do miss this, but I just got things going on. I got some things I didn't even talk about in the video, but they're getting better. Yeah, they're getting better. I'll be back. I'll be back, I'm sure. And Julie Box says, bye, Mary. But yeah, man, come back, man. Thanks. I'm glad you stayed in here for a little bit, man. That means you must, like what I got to say. So I appreciate that. All right. That's it. I'm out. Let's see if I can figure out how to end the stream. I think I hit this button here that says end stream right there. All right, y'all. I see y'all. Peace. End.